This is Epic's The Movie Monster game that was released in 1986, where you play a rampaging monster destroying the city. The Movie Monster game tries to give you the most authentic experience. Epic's went so far even to license the Toho Godzilla image for the game, so he's a playable character, amongst others, like Mr. Merengue, which is a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Spectra, a bug-like insect, the Glog, an obvious nod to the Blob, Mechatron, a giant robot, and Tarantus, a giant spider. You can pick locations like San Francisco, you can change that up as well, to Tokyo, Paris, London, New York, and Moscow. And then you have themes or actions. The escape, lunch, which you just go and devour everything you could see, search, when you have to find something in the game, destroy a particular landmark of the city, and just go berserk. You can pick the combination that you want, and then the game will start. And as I said in the beginning, it tries to give you the most authentic experience, so you are in the movie theaters, and you have a lovely view. Now, there is no music in this part of the game, but the music in the beginning is interesting. And what the Epics decided to do is, while this is playing, they can showcase some of their other games that were being presented to the general public, and they made it in the format of a movie. Of course, you can skip this, but I thought it'd be interesting to see it for the review. Obviously, Summer Games 1 and 2, which were extremely popular. All the summer games were. Super Cycle. Winter Games. Another classic. World Karate Championship. And of course, to round it off, World Games. Now, interesting, as they start the feature presentation, they give you a little description of what the scenario is. We're playing the Godzilla scenario, so obviously it's a Godzilla-esque story of the whole nuclear detonation waking him up. Now, if you play a different monster, there will be a different story, and again, this could be skipped. And then you have to flip it to disc side 2. The actual game starts off with your monster in the middle. Now, this particular one, I think we played the first one, so all we have is the endurance bar and some actions like atomize, scream, and fire breath as such. Now, you get scoring points by destroying things, killing innocent civilians and tanks and whatnot. And every time you take damage, your endurance will go down. Now, this is very, very much reminiscent of later games like Rampage, which no doubt took a cue from this. Would have been nice if they could have added some music to this part of the game, but probably the limitations of the machines would have been difficult. Maybe it would have slowed down the game, but nevertheless, it's fun to see Godzilla. It looks like Godzilla, though the color is a little off. I don't know the reason for that. We always knew Godzilla as being either green or charcoal gray, whatever. This one looks kind of a maroon. I wonder if Toho had requested that in the licensing agreement. Just in case it stunk. They can always say, well, it wasn't our exact Godzilla. And I've died. Now, when you die, if you're unsuccessful, you go back to the main screen and you could pick another one. Not before you see a little story of what happened to your monster. Not the greatest score. Okay, we're going to try a different set of combinations for the next one. Let's see. No. No. Alright, let's take the Glog. And, let's see. We'll pick Paris, and I'm looking for a landmark. I would assume it would be, I guess, the Eiffel Tower or some other landmark in Paris. And there's the Glog. Now, this one, because we're looking for a landmark, we have a different bar on the screen. We have a proximity score. And as we get closer to the landmark we're searching for, the bar will get higher and higher. Kind of like you're getting warmer, or you're cold, and it'll go down. Now, what I'm going to do is, I think I want to speed this up a little bit because it's very slow. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, I'm going to move this guy along a little bit better. Now, you can see the proximity bar on the bottom. I'm looking to see it rise, and I see a little click here and there as I get closer to the landmark I'm seeking. And it's getting higher. That's not the building. I thought that might have been it, but obviously it's not it. I'm looking for like an Eiffel Tower, I guess. Oh, that looks like Notre Dame. That might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. It just went down. Okay, so obviously I have to destroy Notre Dame. And you do that by just basically smashing into it. If you have an attack, you would attack it, eventually turning it to rubble. Let's see. Knocking on the door of Notre Dame. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, look at that score. Awesome. Now, I should mention that Epyx tried to make a monster game prior to this, back in 1981, called Crush Crumble Chomp, and a lot of people love that game. It was totally written in BASIC. In 1985, Electronic Arts put out Mail Order Monsters. That was created by Paul Ritchie III, and you may know that name from Freefall Associates. He's one of the guys behind Archon. And in Mail Order Monsters, you could have two players fight each other with your monsters, obviously, and you'd be able to build up your character's attributes like strength and firepower, and save it on a disc, and bring it to a friend's house and play on his computer. It was very innovative. So I feel that Epyx probably said, we have to come out. We were the monster makers, and now we have to come out with our own. And that's when the monster movie game came out. And I figure they thought by having the license of the actual Godzilla, they would be the tops. And the game is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a different game than Mail Order Monsters. It's a lot of fun. And I wanted to show you this. And maybe we'll look at Mail Order Monsters at a different day. Hey, look at that. Epyx has their own building here in Paris. Let's take it down. Yay. Take that.